Look how backwards our world has gotten. Look how backwards this world is. Oh, hell no! You guys will never have the courage to live the word of God because you're too busy protecting yourself. You would have to stand up to so many things that are not right in society if you were gonna really be a man of the truth. Anytime a man went out and spoke the truth loudly, society attacked him, just like Jesus, just like any truth sayer.
Welcome back to the Bubba YouTube channel. Guys, today's video is going to be a banger, so you already know what it is. Bubba Army in the chat. Well, Bubba Army, the last couple of videos have been a roller coaster. I've been branching out and doing new content. However, the Alpha Male Universe, the AMU that we have made together as a community, will always be a core feature of the channel. And today's video is another addition to the crazy entertaining world of alpha males. And some people have asked me, well, Bubba, why have you made so many videos about Wes? There is no other alpha male in the game crashing out as hard as Wes Watson, and it's what happens when you take massive pegs. This guy thinks he's Jesus, and I'm not making that up. You saw it yourself in the intro. How delusional can you get? Well, I will answer that. You can get even more delusional somehow, and what this guy has recently come out and said will blow your mind. So let's get in the flow state together and get the show on the road.
Don't encourage anyone to run up to these pro fighters. Pro fighters are pussies, okay? They're only good in the ring. People I know will not accept a loss, okay? If a pro fighter did his jujitsu on him, then the guy's gonna come back and duct tape his family, okay? You don't wanna fuck with the wrong people. And the wrong people out here in the world are not pro fighters. You guys need to wake up. These are very big time squares. Pro fighters are the epitome of squares. They're like, come in the ring and I'll fight you. The people I grew up with and went to prison with, they don't give a fuck about a ring. They don't give a fuck if they're on camera. They don't give a fuck if they have to fucking live the rest of their life in prison. You will not beat them. They will not take a loss. You guys live in a fantasy world where pro fighters aren't the biggest squares on the planet.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Shout out to Trans Wes Watson for this legendary clip. Be sure to check out his channel. That guy is the GOAT. Now, what is more delusional? That Wes Watson believes he's Jesus or that he could take on Sean Strickland? Generally, I don't know the answer. Be sure to comment down below. Now, let me get this straight. Wes Watson thinks that a fighter is only limited to the ring. That once the fighter steps out of the ring, it's gonna get really bad for him. Does this idiot understand that what you see in the ring is a tame version of these fighters, what they really could do? They have to abide by all of these rules and regulations. However, if it came to life and death, I would never in my life ever want to have to fight any of these UFC guys. They would rip your head off, Wes Watson. How could they be squares? I really don't understand it. Truly, this is the most delusional thing, in my opinion, I've ever heard from Wes Watson, generally. And Sean Strickland, if you're watching this video, please call him out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to join the Bubba Army and consider smashing that like button. Now onto the rest of the video.
UFC fighting is gay. Like all that shit, like MMA fighting and all that shit is for people who never really were in fights. Like they never whooped ass their whole life. So they're always like, I'm gonna train and fight. Like I've always just handled shit very easily. I never had to think about fighting because I always just extinguished the problem however I had to. So the point is like, that's for people who like never could really fight. They had to go learn to fight. I mean, people who just handle business, they don't have to learn to fight. There's a difference between fighters and violent people. You should really stay away from violent people because it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting when they want to take it to the level. They'll take you out. And so there's a huge difference here. You guys have it all misconstrued. Fighting is some weird sport shit that is all these people do, and it has nothing to do with violence because a violent person will end your life. And this is the thing. You guys need to quit thinking that UFC people are going to be able to a violent because a violent motherfucker won't lose. He won't take it. And you'll be like, wait, put the gloves on. And he's not going to hear it. And it's going to be a problem for you. So what? You have an active case. Why are you talking about this?
So at this point, Wes Watson basically thinks he's like Po from Kung Fu Panda, where he can just imagine himself as the greatest fighter in the world. Honestly, I don't know what is going on anymore. At some point, it has to be rage bait, but it's Wes Watson we're talking about, self-proclaimed most alpha in the world. It's not rage bait, but it is, but it isn't. This guy is so beyond dumb. These lives of Wes Watson on his YouTube channel are content gold. Holy moly. This guy thinks that UFC fighters are not capable of extreme violence. He doesn't think that the UFC is a violent sport. I mean, I am scratching my nalgas right now thinking how in the hell does that make any sense? Let me scratch them real quick. Okay, still doesn't make any sense. I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss for words.
Let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this. Society wants you to believe that Wes Watson has done wrong. Society wants you to believe that Wes Watson may or should be punished. The real ones know the truth. They live by God. But let's see what's happening here. Because God is blessing me. I'm not being punished. And how do we know this? The thing that I wanted more over the last year that we all know to be true, what I prayed for and asked God for the most was not to stay out of trouble. It was not to have no haters. It was not to be praised and not have any negativity said about me. It was nothing of this sort. I prayed to get my family back every day. I looked at pictures of Loon, and I was just like, if I could just hang out with her for 24 more hours, I could die happy. And guess what? God blessed me with my family back.
Wah. And she got pumped, and then she got dumped, chump. Not even your real family. This guy, he copes so hard, talking about, oh, I got my family back. I wanted my family this whole time. Bro is LARPing. He's not even a dad. He's not even his wife. What is he talking about? This fool is a freaking bozo. He gets so mad that people give him hate when he's saying the most ludicrous bullshit, like he can take on all of these UFC fighters. You gotta understand something. Wes Watson, he's like those high school drama people when they say or do something really dumb and then everybody's like, you're dumb, and then they get mad about it. Before you click on this video, please be sure to smash that like button so other people may see this video. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the Bubba Army and let's grow this community together. Finally, we have a Bubba Discord where we have a lot of different members just vibing and having a good time. So be sure to check it out. Hopefully y'all have a great one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.